Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday. Since I wasn't available to do it earlier, we'll call it a early late game post game show, and Sunday Night Football, which is well underway. We'll just call it a early game post game show, Sunday Night Football show. We'll just call it update. We'll just call it. The Vikings are beating the Cowboys in the fourth quarter with 10 minutes to go, 28-24, and I believe Minnesota's got the ball right now, so we'll see what happens in that one. And, well, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but the Browns beat the Buffalo Bills and snapped their 4-game losing streak and got an must needed win and first victory at home at First Energy Stadium. This is the momentum the Browns needed to move forward, with the Steelers coming in Thursday night. The Browns had 24 first downs and 147 yards pass yards rushing, and 221 yards on the running game, and points attempted as well. First of all, the Browns scored a TD in the first quarter, but it was 6-0. Could have been 7-0, but fans are irritated because Austin Seibert missed that extra point, and it was a 6-0 lead. So that's what at the end of the first, and then in the second, Buffalo scored their first touchdown. The extra point was good, and it was 7-6 Bills. But then the Browns kicked the field goal because they got in the field goal range, but they weren't able to score a touchdown. That's why they had to get in the field goal range. And it was 9-7 at halftime. And in the third, the Browns kicked another field goal, and it was 12-7. Then the Bills got a safety, and it was 12-9. The Browns led at the end of the third. And in the fourth, the Bills scored their second TD, but the first time it was called back, and it was ruled an incomplete pass. And then there was a fumble that happened, but the Bills recovered it. Demaryius Ronda tried to catch it, but he did play today. My mistake. And Kareem Hunt was back from his 8-game suspension. He was a big part of the Browns' first victory in his debut. So, and then the second time they did score that second touchdown, and the extra point was good. It was 16-12, Bills lead. And in the final 2 minutes, Baker Mayfield finds Rashard Higgins open in the end zone, and Higgins caught it for the touchdown. The extra point was good, and it was 19-16 Browns lead. And then with the final 2 minutes, and the Bills tried to get a touchdown, but couldn't do it. They got into field goal range, and with 20 seconds left, Steven Hauschka kicked a field goal from 51 yards, but it went. He missed it, and it went off to the right, and it was no good. And the Browns snapped their 4-game losing streak and got their first home win, which was an ever much needed win. The Browns go to 3-6 on the season, and the Bills fall to 6-3. And I will get to the game balls in just a moment, but first of all, I've added a new wrinkle to my podcast. I'm going to give my Browns report card, what I'm going to do. Okay. Baker Mayfield, much better game today. Baker Mayfield had. Threw the ball a lot quicker today, and he connected with Odell Beckham Jr., made the plays he needed to, and he gets a B. Nick Chubb, who had 20 carries today, and he made some big time plays, and because Mayfield got the ball to him, and so he gets an A. I'm giving you an A, Nick Chubb. Jarvis Landry, who scored the Browns' first touchdown, and he made some good plays as well, and deflected the ball from the Bills a few times. And I'm going to give you an A as well, Jarvis Landry. and Odell Beckham Jr. And Mayfield connected with him, and he made some big plays. And I'm going to give him a B. I'm going to give you a B as well, Odell. And Kareem Hunt, in his debut, he really made some big plays, both rushing and passing. And rushing and the receiving yards, too. And Kareem, I'm not going to give you an A, but I'm going to give you a B. Because you did really well in your debut today. For Rashard Higgins, because he scored the winning touchdown for the Browns, even though he only had one reception and 7 yards receiving. I'm giving you an A, Rashard Higgins, for scoring that winning touchdown. You get an A. I'm going to give it to you. All right, now I'm going to hand out the game balls. Baker Mayfield, 26 of 38 carries and attempts, 238 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Nick Chubb, 20 carries, 116 yards, didn't score a touchdown or have an interception. Jarvis Landry, 9 receptions, 97 yards, 1 touchdown. Odell Beckham Jr., 5 receptions, 57 yards. He didn't score a touchdown. Kareem Hunt in his debut, 4 carries, 5 receptions, 30 yards passing, 44 yards receiving, but no touchdown. And I got to give Rashard Higgins a game ball for scoring the winning touchdown that got the Browns the much-needed win. You get it, Rashard. You got a game ball. So 6 game balls I gave out today, and that was nice. I am so glad I got to do that today. All right. Now to go over all of today's action. And you already know that the Raiders beat the Chargers by 2 in their final primetime game Thursday night, 26-24. And Derek Carr got that game ball for that one in one of their Derek Carr and Joshua Jacobs both got the game ball for that one. The New York Jets beat the New York Giants by a touchdown in a surprising upset, 37-34 at MetLife Stadium. And for the first time, I got to give the game ball to Jets quarterback Sam Darnold. I got to give it to him. So you get the game ball, Sam. The Atlanta Falcons beat the New Orleans Saints at Mercedes-Benz Superdome. All over them today. 26-9, and I have to give Michael Vick. I have to give you the game ball, their quarterback. And the Tennessee Titans beat the Kansas City Chiefs and LP Field in Nashville, 35-32. And Marcus Mariota, you get the game ball. Well, the Baltimore Ravens were just manhandled the winless Cincinnati Bengals, who have now fallen to 9-0, and the 49-13. The Ravens go to 7-2, and I have to give it to the game ball to Lamar Jackson and Mark Ingram Jr. I have to give them to them. They get the game balls. And you already know the Browns beat the Bills at First Energy Stadium, 19-16. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Arizona Cardinals at Raymond James Stadium, and the Ravens-Bengals game was at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. I forgot to mention that. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Arizona Cardinals at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay, Florida, by a field goal, 30-27. And I have to Jameson Winston. You get the game ball. I give it to you, buddy. The Chicago Bears beat the Detroit Lions at Soldier Field in Chicago, 20-13, and I have to give the game ball to, I think I'm going to give it to Mitch Trubisky. You get the game ball, Mitch. It's you. The Green Bay Packers beat the Carolina Panthers at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, 24-16 after that humiliating 27-11 loss to the Chargers last week. And I have to give the game ball to Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones. You guys get the game balls. It's both of you. Miami Dolphins upset the Indianapolis Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium and get their second win of the season to go to 2-7, 16-12, and the Colts fall to 5-4 on the season, I believe. And I have to give it the game ball once again to Ryan Fitzpatrick. You get the game ball. And the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the LA Rams 17-12 at Heinz Field, and I have to give it to Mason Rudolph. Gets the game ball for that one, and boy, that was a big time win for the Steelers, because we got the Steelers coming in here Thursday night, and for the Browns, that's another must win, because that's a primetime win, and you're not going to want to lose on a primetime game like you did to the 49ers on Monday Night Football. And like you've done the last 4 years, you're not going to want to do that again, boys. So now, you got to win this one Thursday night. It's going to be a short week of practice, but you got to do some intense practice sessions. Tomorrow, Tuesday, and on Wednesday. You've got to do it. So, and as I said, I think the clock is going. I think it's now 8 minutes to go. Excuse me. And I think the Minnesota's still up on the Cowboys, I believe. I'll let you know when the final score comes in. Tomorrow on Sunday Night Football, which will be the post-game show. And tomorrow night, we got a big-time matchup for you tomorrow night. The only unbeaten team, the San Francisco 49ers, will take on the Seattle Seahawks tomorrow night on Monday Night Football. And Seattle has won the last 9 matchups against the 49ers. So, San Francisco's unbeaten 8-0 record will be on the line tomorrow night. So we'll see if they can do it. And going over the picks of the week, my brother-in-law and I am 5-6 right now. My brother-in-law is 4-7. So we've been taking pretty much a bloodbath this week. And if Dallas wins, I will win this week's pick. If Minnesota loses, my brother-in-law and I will tie again this week. So we will see. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 early games and late games post-game show and Sunday Night Football update show. I'll be back with the Sunday Night Football post-game show once the Cowboys-Vikings game is concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day, in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.